Welcome to Restart at Any Age. This is Susan Douglas coming to you from the studio of Chez Serendip in beautiful Scots Valley. Chez Serendip is a 6-acre creative sanctuary in the Santa Cruz Mountains, where artists, healers, builders and dreamers gather to create a more beautiful world. You can find them on their website, chezserendip.com, or ChezSerendip, and on Instagram at Chez Serendip. So today, I'm thrilled to welcome Michelle Magdalena Maddox, a celebrated photographer, activist, dual German-American citizen, and vibrant voice in the Monterey Peninsula arts community. With honours including the Hallmark Photography Hall of Fame, International Photography Awards, Penn Woman of America recognition, Palm Springs Photo Festival honoree, scholarship, and artistic photography, with its inclusive imagery, radiates beauty, healing, and change. I particularly loved her appearance in the informative documentary Bohemian Soul, A Colony Awakens, which captures the pioneering spirit of Carmel's early Bohemian artists. Michelle, it's such a joy to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. So let's get started. I mean, this is quite a repertoire you've managed to create here.
I'm very, very passionate in my early 20s and 30s. And, the road is so unknown for artists. I think a lot of times people think like, oh, I got to do this and that. But I was just always just doing what I'm doing. And grateful to be recognized by the community.
Yeah, well, so let's start at the beginning. You're a German-American dual citizen, so splitting time between Pacific Grove and the Black Forest. So how do these two worlds shape your photography and your sense of home?
Well, sense of home is something that I think it's tender for anybody, but I find it really kind of confusing at times to come from two different cultures. The Germans are so put together and so set in their ways, and Americans are just wild, and really there is a sense of freedom here that doesn't exist just within the society of Germany.
Interesting.
I think Americans are like, we can change things, we can make a difference, I can pave my own way, and Germans are very much like stuck in the box, which is I think why my mom decided to move to California.
Right, yes. Yeah, of all the states, California, I think, is definitely the first choice for hopers and dreamers and creatives.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also love thinking of it as like the most Western, like, I forget the word I'm trying to think of, but it's like the Western developed, so I think that the freest thinkers are here on the West Coast. Even just the path of colonization across the United States.
Right.
California is sort of young.
Yeah.
And it's actually only recently acquired. It was like the 1850s in California. Mm-hmm. No, it must have been earlier before that. But that it belonged to Mexico.
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that like we're still so young and new, and it's very evident when I'm in Germany when it's like, oh, the new church is 300 years old.
Right.
And the old church
yes.
is 1,000 years old.
Yes.
So it's it's a different reality.
Europe has that culture, of course, that is just non-existent here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so you've got into photography, and it's earned you wonderful recognition from the Hallmark Photography Hall of Fame and International Photography Awards to Penn Women of America, the Palm Springs Photo Festival honoree scholarship, and recent exhibitions like the 2025 Monterey Museum of Art Biennial and shows in Germany and Austria.
Yeah, my art, sometimes it takes a long time for your art to like make those marks, but the the Hallmark Hall of Fame and the International Photography Awards were actually while I was still in college at Brooks Institute of Photography.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just really trying to get my artwork out there as I was, getting ready to leave school and be a professional photographer.
So what you do, submit your work and see if it's approved. Is that how it works? Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a good amount of luck up front and with recognition, but that's just because I really had a vision. I worked really hard when I went to school. I didn't even want friends. I was just like,
Head down.
Yeah. Focused on what I was creating in the dark room all the time. If there was a dark room major, I would have had it. I was in the dark room all the time. I created my own classes. You could create your own curriculum, and I did 2 different sessions focused on fine art. One, I just rented out my apartment and went back to Europe and went to go photograph to create a portfolio from Europe, and then I came back and did another session just to print, just to work on the portfolio and create a portfolio. So
the dark room is a kind of magical place to be.
It is.
Isn't it? Yes.
It is.
I remember it from my childhood because my father was an amateur photographer, but he loved his dark room too.
Oh, wow.
And I was allowed in.
An amateur photographer that has a dark room. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. I've still got his bottles that the chemicals are filtered through.
Oh, beautiful. I love all of the old stuff. I don't want a plastic bottle. I want the old glass bottle.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Well, I've got some that need a home. Maybe we'll talk.
Oh, yeah, let's talk. You have them in the States?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
They are with me.
Oh, my goodness, that's so precious.
Yeah.
I would be honored to give them a home.
Okay, so moving on, you had a self-portrait of My Ophelia, which also lives in the Steinbeck Museum's permanent collection. So what does this kind of validation and acclaim feel like now, looking back on your journey?
Oh, it doesn't feel like anything.
Oh.
I'm not one to boast anymore, but I'll say this, that I have been on the board of the Weston Collective the past 10 years, and we raise money to for scholarships for young photographers.
Great.
And school programs for darkroom photography in Aromas, in San Juan Bautista, in Seaside, Carmel. So that's a really special program, but our award ceremony is at the Steinbeck Center.
Oh, right.
And so I was there this year, and I'm like, I don't even think anybody knows that I've got, that this place has a permanent collection. Yeah. Which is a very interesting collection. I wish I knew more about it, and I'm honored to be in it, but all I know is they took this self-portrait of myself as Ophelia, which I'm sure you can relate to, as Ophelia is such a, isn't it such a British story, like the Britannia?
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes. Or it's a title by Taylor Swift these days.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, good girl.
It's one of her latest hits.
Is it?
Ophelia,
I gotta
absolutely.
go listen to it.
Oh, you should.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate Taylor.
Yeah.
She's got, her videos are amazing.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So let's kind of flip back now to, we talked about the Brooks Institute, which is very well known for photography, right? And you were recruited right out of high school, right? With big promises of 6-figure photography careers.
Yep.
But do tell what happened with that.
Oh gosh, it was just such a devastating thorn in my side for the past 20 years. I don't like to use the word victim, but I was preyed upon. And as were thousands of other students right out of high school. I mean, I wasn't even 18 years old when I signed up for Brooks with these promises. But what had happened is that just a few years prior, this private institution for art, which was 70 years old and very renowned, very competitive with its technical skill, it was bought by Career Education Corporation.
Okay.
And it was really an investment. I mean, they invested in all these little schools which was like, great, invest in small schools. It was really for returns.
Oh,
So what they did
yeah.
is they marketed to new students. They flooded the communities with more photographers. So before there was like 100 photographers making 100,000,
Yeah.
and then there was 100,000 photographers making 100.
Mm.
And I was even a part of the administration team, giving school tours, and being on their board at open houses and talking about this lucrative way of being an artist. And that's why I chose to be a photographer rather than an actress, is what I originally wanted to do, because I thought, oh, photography is a much more stable career. I
You
thought
don't
I
have
was
to
being
learn the
logical.
lines also.
Huh?
You don't have to learn the lines
I
also.
don't have to learn the lines. It's much more social, less commitment in
Right.
a way. I mean, the rehearsal schedules are really intense.
Right.
But yeah.
But it was, I mean, you stuck to the creative arts, so
I did. I
you
wanted to
chose
stick to the arts.
photography.
And I chose
yeah.
photography because of the impact it had on people. People
Yeah.
saw my work, and it was like, people would cry. I mean, I'm like, what? That's what I want. That's what I wanted, is to like move people.
Yes.
You know, do something evocative and be the messenger. And yeah, so the Brooks was interesting. I mean, as soon as I got there, within the first 6 months, they started increasing tuition, and I felt stuck. I was like,
Yeah.
I just started this thing,
Right.
but you know, I guess I'll just sign up for, you know, I got to take the next class if I want to finish my degree.
Right.
And so I took another class.
Yeah.
And, you know, increased the tuition. And by the time I graduated, which was a real tragic time for me, my father was diagnosed with cancer.
Well, I'm sorry.
He passed away just a couple months after I graduated.
Oh,
and my last year of
painful.
school, I was taking care of him, driving back and forth from Santa Barbara to take him to his, you know, surgeries and such. It was
Very
really a
painful.
hard time for
I'm
my
sorry.
family, and thank you.
Yeah.
And then I just wasn't able to find work.
Mm.
And the economy crashed.
Okay. What year
And
was this?
This was 2008.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. And there was just no protections for the students. We were, I wasn't able to get work for like a year. And within that year, the interest alone accrued to like $30,000 on my student loans. $30,000 in interest.
Wow.
So, you know, my $130,000 school loan turned into $150, $160, $180. And I lost hope. I felt crushed. And nobody was there to help me. And I really just was like, screw this, there's no way. For probably about 6 years. And I think a lot of students to this day never paid a dime, and that's how they got those $300,000 student loans.
Wow.
Is because, you know, it was treated like a credit card or something.
Yeah.
And in Germany, had I gone to school in Germany,
Yeah.
school would have been free, or
Yeah.
like 1% interest instead of 4.5. And that really adds up. So, yeah, the Brooks experience was really difficult for me, and I've been in class action lawsuits
Yes.
since the year I graduated.
Right.
And, you know, I graduated at 21.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't know anything. You know, that's the thing about being young. I mean, I think people have different skill sets. But
Yeah.
as a dreamer and an artist, it was really unprecedented, the amount of, you know, predatory impact that this country of, you know, okay, freedom, there's free will, people can make their millions, but they're making it off of students.
No.
And so that was really heartbreaking for me. And I felt like it really dampened my voice. You know, it really felt like I got crushed. So that, in combination with my dad's cancer story, really motivated me to become an activist.
Right.
I was like, this is wrong. You know, and the other thing about my dad's cancer story is I asked the doctors, what causes cancer? And they said, it's, you know, the environment. It's our genetics in combination with the environment. Okay, well, like, genetics are not going to change. And then I started to think about the environment and look at the environmental impacts of the fashion industry, the oil industry,
Right.
this consumer country.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not going to go and take my commercial advertising degree and go work for that industry.
Yeah.
I'm going to work for real freedom,
Yeah.
for clean water,
Right.
for protecting the environment
Mm-hmm.
and nature. And so that was, I think, my first big pivot from kind of getting a reality check at a young age.
Right, a very young age, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it didn't hold you back as such. I mean, yes, you stalled, but
Oh, sure. I mean, it did hold me back.
It did?
Yeah, I mean,
for how
like,
long would you
for
say?
those 6 years when I was just in shock.
Oh, I see, yes.
And
Okay.
those 6 years cost me about $50,000.
Yeah.
You know, and
Whoa.
like, and I was just trying to figure out my own value. And I think it really diminished my sense of value, thinking,
Yeah.
like, what am I worth? I can't even, you know, just to imagine the difference between thinking survival level and thriving level
Yeah.
is just such a jump.
Mm.
And like, you know, I don't even, like, success isn't to me like thriving and having all this wealth. I think that's the downfall of consumerism, is that we think we need, is that success is having this big house and being enslaved for your rest of your life with a mortgage, when it's like success is like free time and freedom and quality time with family and not having to have this anxiety and stress on you all the time. Like, I can't really, that's not thriving for me. Yeah.
So you pivoted to, you know, very worthwhile causes. So was there another pivot back to photography?
Well, it was like, I think it was those 12 years later when I decided,
Yeah.
and I was doing fine art, kind of finding myself
Yeah.
in that time. And I think I like moved to Texas with a hippie boyfriend I met at a festival, and we moved, you know, we had gotten to a motorhome and went to Texas, and
As you do.
where we could live in for cheap, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was like washing the dishes, and maybe I had like I put up my art at a show or something.
Yes.
At a yoga studio.
Yes.
And then I was just like, the window outside was like to the wall of another house, and I was like, you know, I would just want to wash my dishes and enjoy what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that simple.
Right.
That was like, you know, I want beauty, and I can earn it. I know I can find it. And it was like, I just decided I was going to believe in myself, because I think going to Texas was sort of like, I didn't want to engage with my path. I was sort of running away.
Right, right.
And so I came back and actually moved to Santa Cruz. I found a garage to live on the west side.
Wow, well, those were the days.
Those were the days. I had an outdoor shower. It was just like a summer sublet for some UCSB or UCSC Santa Cruz student.
Right.
And, you know, I got a job building a website for some nonprofit, and was surfing and going to the farmer's market and meditating at Insight Meditation. on the
Becoming a
west
local
side.
then.
Yeah, I love the west side.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I refinanced the loans. We refinanced my loans against my grandmother's house in Germany
Wow. Yeah.
for 2% interest.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to take a whack at it.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the refinance, I got a little bit of extra money to buy a computer and a camera, and I just started shooting. And I started posting and you know, working for Big Food and Wine Festival. And,
Right.
just small gigs that help build community.
Okay.
And, you know, meeting people, and my work really speaks for itself. So people were like, they wanted to work with me. And I continued to have, you know, happy clients. And that's another reason why I haven't left, is I just have a solid client base here, where it's just like, I don't really have to try anymore. I just have my regulars, and I can kind of relax and work on other art projects, like my magazine, Magdalena Magazine.
Right. Yeah, we're going there.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, I always wanted to have a magazine, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just was like, I looked at those numbers, and it was like this like trauma of like numbers, like the fear of big money that scared me. And it took like 10 years of continuing to dream, where I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it.
Now, what was the big influence on your photography? Was there a person?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's
Gonna
talk.
cry.
Well, go on.
Well, my mom.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. And my mom really gave me an art influence.
yes,
I grew up with dark rooms as well,
yes.
and she was always using the camera. She had great pictures of me as a kid and my whole family.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was my mom, and she introduced me to all the artists. You know, she loved Impressionism, and I think Impressionism really gave me a sense of color.
right.
It really taught me about color
Yeah,
and light and mood,
right.
and created in me like an understanding of narrative through story and visual storytelling.
So what did she do?
Well, we did everything.
Yeah,
I worked on a loom. We spun yarn. We did pottery. I learned the flute. It was like everything we did was art. The food, everything. And my father built every home we lived in.
whoa. Quite a
So-
couple, your parents.
Yeah. So my mom would dream the house and my dad would build it. And I
Yeah.
think it was like I am definitely a combination of them.
Yeah.
You know, I've got like mom's vision and dad's like work ethic. And my dad and I were both fire signs. He's an Aries and I'm a Leo. So
Yeah,
I think that I definitely have my dad and me too. My dad gave me the sense of adventure.
right.
He would be fishing, or we would just get out of, take us out of school and we'd go to Mexico and just live out of the car.
Oh,
And traveling back and forth. I also went to school in Germany as a young girl.
all right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So how did education in Germany compare to the States when you flipped and came over here?
Well, I was just first and second grade.
Oh, is that okay?
So
Yeah.
it was very,
Yeah.
it was just very,
Yeah.
it was more about me learning my language and my culture.
Yes. Okay.
And, but the school system over there, what's interesting about the school system that I didn't get to experience that I wish I would have, was what happens in high school is there's two different paths in high school. And it's the academic path, or it's the trade, the trades.
It's the same in Britain, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Yeah.
So my mom actually, when she was 14, she, I guess didn't stop going to high school and started working. She started working in the print shops.
Yeah.
Started working for newspapers. Started working in the print shops, working in dark rooms, and saving money, which is why she traveled to California when she was 18. She had saved up enough money to travel because she already had a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that that's really smart, not only because you're building a trade industry, which America is now severely lacking in, but you're teaching people also like some financial education, giving them a job.
Yeah.
And you're helping industries that need interns and can pay like a low rate.
Well,
wage.
right. Yes.
America just kept the low wages going as long as
But
possible.
we're moving far away from that now with AI, aren't we?
Yeah.
So what happened to your mother, if I may ask?
Oh, she's good. My father passed, but my mom, she moved back to Germany.
Ah, okay.
And she's here when she can be.
Yeah.
The house that my father built us, we rent out.
Right.
So to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because he also took out medical bills against the house.
Yeah.
So we keep the house with long-term rentals, and then mom gets to come back. She's here like 4 or 5 months out of the year.
Oh, well, good.
It's good.
Yeah.
She loves it here. But my mom and I have a tumultuous relationship too. I think mom-daughter relationships are difficult.
They can be.
And she left my dad while he was sick, and so that was like, it was just, that time in my life was just such a, it made me very bitter. I was very bitter for a very long time, and we had to work through that. And I meet a lot of women who have a hard time with their moms, and I can relate. And we've worked really hard to repair that. And actually, she's a photographer as well, and so we have like this ongoing like mother-daughter series,
Right.
that for me is a story about repair, and for her is a story about love, because she loves me so much. But I'm like, it's so interesting because we have different sides of it. Maybe if I become a mother, I'll have a different perspective. But
Yeah. Okay, so I want to touch on the documentary about
Bohemian Soul.
Carmel.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a revelation to me. I had no idea that Carmel, I mean, the image it has today, is miles away from Bohemian.
Miles. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Bohemian artists kind of started Carmel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so interesting, that story.
Well, I think that story, it's the story of gentrification.
Yes.
I think artists, you could say it about the East Bay,
Yeah.
or Brooklyn.
Right.
Every artist naturally will see and want to build and create beauty. And that beauty eventually will get, become into a trend and commodified.
Right.
And for Carmel, it starts with this legacy of photography.
Right. Right.
Which also deeply influenced me, the Westons. The Westons, Ansel Adams, but even before that, Robert Louis Stevenson, and poets, writers that were all refugees from the San Francisco earthquakes.
Yes.
Came down to find refuge in Carmel.
Yes.
And literally live off of abalone.
Yeah.
And live in tree houses and create the Forest Theater, which still exists.
Well, Shakespeare is a Forest Theatre here, the Shakespeare Company.
Is there one here?
Yes. Oh, yes, the Santa Cruz Shakespeare Company.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, absolutely, in De La Vega.
Oh, I don't know about it. I would
Yes.
love to go.
They have some wonderful productions. I've interviewed the artistic directors several times.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, and they have a wonderful season coming up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out.
And it's in the forest. Yeah.
Nothing like theater in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, the artists, I think, paved the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those, I think, unknown or uncelebrated reasons that I love being an artist.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of an edge to it, because it's like, oh yeah, we create beauty and then we get, priced out of it in some cases. But in some cases not.
Yeah.
In some ways, you get a foothold into a place like our house in Pacific Grove would cost as much as my education did.
Yeah, I'm sure. And more.
When we bought the house in 1995.
Wow.
So in a way, we got a
prices have changed since then. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Santa Cruz County is the most expensive in the whole of America, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, goodness. I feel so blessed to stay here, and I'm glad I stayed. And I certainly, even though I travel a lot, I love coming back. But yeah, I can't imagine buying a house here. I can't even afford to live in my family home. But maybe one day.
Yeah.
Who
knows? Who knows?
It's the long view.
Yeah. Where do you exhibit so people can see your work?
Well, to be honest, since I started the magazine, I don't really exhibit that much.
Ah,
Not
right.
as much as I used to. I think my fine art focus and energy has really moved towards that journalism.
Right.
And then the magazine is like I'd like to say it's my mobile gallery, but it's really not, because there is such a big difference between fine art and journalism.
Yeah. Oh.
I try to really marry the two to give stories, journalistic stories, a higher level of storytelling.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stories that I tell are in the climate activists. I think if you're a climate activist, you soon learn that the people who are really protecting the planet are First Nations, Indigenous, Native peoples. And so a lot of my advocacy and storytelling is in those communities.
Right.
And in those communities, photographing is a sensitive subject.
Ah. And that is why?
Well, the trauma, I can't say, and I'd love to interview someone who would want to speak about this. But first, like for example, in issue 1, which was titled Bohipsian, now Magdalena Magazine is the title of the magazine. In Bohipsian, I photographed the run for salmon. And it's a Winnemem-Wintu tribe from Shasta who was trying to protect the salmon in the river with this 4-year, which turned into an 8-year ceremony of traveling a prayer ceremony
Right.
from San Francisco up to Shasta.
Mm-hmm.
They walked, they ran, they biked, they rode horseback, they paddled. I mean, it was beautiful, and I wanted to be a part of that. My father was a salmon fisherman.
Ah.
But besides that, the salmon really was what drew me. But sometimes, and a lot of times, these environments are ceremonies.
Right.
They're not to be photographed.
Different
And
perspective.
It's a different perspective, and as an ally, I had to learn so many hard lessons
Oh.
about being a good ally, and it really put me in my place. And I've lost relationships over it, and
Can you name any of the?
I wouldn't want to.
Okay.
It's another thing I learned.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no reason to name names.
Okay. Well, not to name a name, but what happened that they.
Right.
Yeah. But.
What happened is that I crossed their lines, and I'm expendable. In their eyes, I'm expendable because I'm a guest. I'm not part of their efforts. They're organizing.
Right.
I'm coming in, and even sometimes there's the vibe of taking. Even the wording around being a photographer, taking a picture.
Yes.
You are taking something. Even though I'm working hard, I have bills, I'm devoting everything to these stories.
Yeah.
It's still, there needs to be more reciprocity. It's because, just because you want to give a gift doesn't mean it's received.
I see.
So I've learned to be a better listener.
Yeah.
And to be a better follower, and to learn how to serve in the ways that they really need. Yeah, and
so lots of adaptation on your behalf.
Lots of adaptation, lots of learning,
Yeah.
lots of what one might call decolonizing my own perspectives.
Yeah.
Learning the indigenous perspective and being a student again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there any you can repeat that is a perspective of theirs that's repeatable?
Well, I wouldn't be able to say anything with authority.
Right.
I think another thing that they that I've heard said especially on this topic is that you want to just uplift native voices. I don't need to be their voice. And that's an important way of being in right relationship.
Right.
To really serve is that I can't be an expert on Lakota culture.
No.
Ever. But what does a Lakota person have to say about this?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
that's something that I've been very grateful for that lesson, because if you really do want to help in a good way, you learn to adapt. And it's been a long road for me. I'm a sensitive person as an artist, and the pushback has been very painful. To be kicked off a ride, to be asked to leave for something I'm really involved in. It's been heartbreaking over the years. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it happens. So it's a little tumultuous. It's not like ho hum, let's get along. It's really a matter of respect.
Right. Just learning the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because I think I'm a very vagabond, kind of rebel. I think I kind of have to be a rebel to leave your own culture. I want to be no, we need to support these people. And in that process, I've learned how even being a rebel is it's a sign of disrespect. So I've learned about respect through, and I'm still learning how to the levels of respect. Even being a woman.
Yes. Yeah.
Being a woman in America, you think, I'm gonna run my own business. I'm gonna be a woman in a man's world.
Yeah.
I'm a photographer. I'm gonna be up there with the men, which means I'm competitive. I'm out there. I'm presenting myself.
Right.
But then, I can't take. It didn't work for me to take that into into Native communities where they're the leaders and I need to be an observer. But I'm trying to, just my whole mentality and process around photography has changed. And I'm really hopeful that it will affect my work in a beautiful way.
Right. Yeah. So do you think that respect, that's an interesting topic here on there, respect is prevalent throughout society in America, or do you think we've somehow lost some respect to?
Oh, we have no respect.
Right.
Absolutely. No respect for nature, no respect for our leaders because they're not serving us.
Yeah.
I really long for respect. I long to respect a leader who can really make a difference in this country. We need desperately, and I'm more and more convinced that it's less about that top-down leadership and more about community.
Yeah.
More about our relationships, how we organize, the difference we make in our community. Santa Cruz is an amazing place because of its community.
Yeah, it's true.
It's food network.
Yeah.
It's artist network.
Yeah.
We build together, and there's still holes in that community. There's still people that fall through the cracks. The homeless community is terribly underserved, and that's, it's just, how do we really take care of one another, which is actually a really indigenous concept.
Yes, it is.
I think of Sitting Bull.
Yeah.
And how when he went on the Buffalo Bills wild, circus or whatever, and he made American dollars. Even after, because he was a war hero that defeated Captain Custer after the defeat of Captain Custer, which was a defeat to protect their treaty lands that they gained in treaty and still don't have today, that are still mined, that are still stolen from them. All the treaties in America were false. Talk about respect. The foundation, treaties are international law, and our own country's foundation is based on the disrespect of international law.
Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Other topic.
Let's flip back to your magazine.
These are topics that I get really excited about.
But let's flip back to your magazine because now give us the title of how you started again. What was it?
Bohipsian.
Bohipsian.
Yeah.
Where did that
I made
come
the
from?
word up.
I was going to say I don't know that word.
I was really Bohipsian is very Chez Serendip.
Yes.
It's very bohemian.
Yeah.
It's very hippie and free. It's about freedom. It's about traveling, being a member of our community, Katie Rose, who's a herbalist, is in Turkey right now, and she's traveling in such a Bohipsian way. She's at the roadside stands, buying the fruit, meeting the beekeepers, getting bees. That's also such a community vibe.
Right.
That reciprocity, that interdependence, that principle that we're all related and connected. And the Bohipsian was a beautiful, beautiful issue. Yeah. I think one day I'll republish it.
Yeah. Now, is this all online, the whole thing?
It's print.
It's print?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Bohipsian and Magdalena were 1,000 copies.
So where can people find it to look at it?
They're both sold out. But you can get digital copies on the website.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, but we're going to get into the website in a minute.
Yeah.
But then you changed the title.
I changed the title, yeah. I changed the title because of a complication that I think because of principle I had to change. And the origins of the word, all as beautiful as they are, also include a slanderous name towards a people that represent that very principle of traveling. It's gypsies.
And
And
so that's what that end part was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Y or it's the YP.
Yeah. YP.
Yeah. And I identify as a gypsy, and so for me there was no ill intent. I was, even as a European, I'm like I'm a gypsy.
Yeah.
And I think
But gypsy is not derogatory.
it is to the oh gosh, why am I forgetting their name? The people that are it is a racist term for them.
In some, okay,
Yeah.
some circles it's derogatory.
It
I mean,
is.
because I describe myself as a gypsy, you know.
I know.
You know, my children are gypsies because nobody can settle. They haven't been able to settle, you know, their entire life. So yeah, so to me it's not derogatory, but obviously there's some circles that it is.
It is, yeah. Romani,
Mm.
the Romani.
Oh,
People.
the Romani.
Yeah,
Mm.
and they're Eastern European, and they would be judged for being vagrant or
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, I see where you're going with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were looked down upon
Yeah.
in Europe. Yes, the Romanis. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and they had that name. And I have a friend, if she'll still consider me her friend, one of those friends, who's very active in the activist community. Her name is Rupa Maria.
Mm-hmm.
She's from India.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in the Bay Area. She's a doctor
Mm.
and activist.
Mm.
And she told me, you can't use that. You can't use that name. You got to change it. And I was devastated.
Yeah.
One of those moments, I was devastated. And I mean, issue 1 came out right before the pandemic in November of 2019.
Okay.
And so I thought I was going to do another issue, but with the pandemic and the name change, I had 3 years in between issue 1 and 2.
Oh, wow.
And they're not really magazines.
Mm.
There's no advertisements. They're partnerships. They're sponsorships. And it's really about the content. It's really more of a book. It's a keepsake. It's a very high quality.
Oh, I've seen it. It's beautiful. Beautiful
you.
quality. Mm.
Yeah, so eventually, I mean, I was living down in Ojai, and I was like, I think I was actually moving again, leaving Ojai after about 6 months, and I was like, why don't I just make it Magdalena, like my fine art?
Right.
And Magdalena also has a deeper meaning for the feminine,
Mm.
and although the magazine's not about Mary Magdalene, it's sort of about that what I think is a feminine storyline, the storyline of the feminine, of the mothers, of Mother Earth and matriarchs. So, yeah, it felt good to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to keep it Magdalena.
Right, right. So topics that you cover now in the magazine.
Well, there's always solidarity with Indigenous-led movements and curiosity about them. So the big story in issue 3 is about the San Francisco Bay Area Muwekma Ohlone tribe that traveled across the country for their federal recognition.
Oh, wow.
And they did this in partnership with the wild Oglala Lakota, who are a horse nation. And they do these ceremonial rides to remember Crazy Horse, which is happening today.
Ah.
The 3-day journey from Fort Robertson to Pine Ridge to bring the spirit of Crazy Horse back home.
Oh, wow.
Or remembrance rides, like the Dakota 3, which was like, you know, these, like the largest lynching in American history was of Native leaders, Lakota leaders.
Really?
And this all happened in the winter. They have the Bigfoot ride now. It's called the Future Generations Ride in December that goes from where Sitting Bull was murdered all the way to Wounded Knee to remember that history. And it's a hard history to remember, but really keeping it alive is important when there's so much erasure of true histories going on. So that tradition of, you know, like the Run for Salmon, the long walk, it's like it's like a space and time held for ceremony of remembrance and prayer.
I had no idea this was still going on.
It's still going on, and it's really powerful. I mean, think about, remember the Tibetan monks that walked to Washington, D.C. this winter?
Yes, I do remember.
It really did a lot.
Yeah.
It really did a lot.
Yeah.
So,
so what territories are we covering with these
the Trail
ceremonies?
of Truth went from, well, there's all these different ceremonies.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a tradition is what I'm trying to say. So the Muwekma Ohlone did it in a trail, they called it the Trail of Truth. And they rode across the country to create awareness about how hard it's been for them to get their federal recognition as a people.
Yeah.
And California tribes. And so I started to learn about what's going on for California tribes. So I have another story about sovereignty because the federal recognition system is deeply broken and it doesn't really give sovereignty or reconciliation or reparations to Native peoples, starting with the broken treaties.
Right.
And so there's just so much deep history that needs to be learned there.
Yeah.
You know, like I loved growing up in the 90s when everyone was happy together and we're all like interracial and fun, but it's like, we don't talk about what's happening. So the magazine covers some of those histories and stories.
Right. Okay.
So I didn't love history in high school. Turns out I'm really interested in it now.
Right.
I can see the effects of history and the power of it. There's also a story about healing that features my dear friend Misha Marek, who's a facilitator at Esalen Institute.
Okay.
And her healing journey, and it's just sort of a beautiful kind of salve, you know, for connecting with plants, the plant nation, for healing. And I like to balance out these hard histories with nourishment. So there's also food.
Yes.
I'm going to be featuring Chef Christina Lone Wolf's recipes that are bison recipes.
Wow.
And there's more bison, native-led bison purveyors
Right.
nowadays. It's really exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, well, because they're trying to bring the bison back. And it's sort of like, you know, it's a lot of trial and error because the bison, like the wild horses, are meant to be free. And cattle grazing, you know, like there's cattle farmers, ranchers that have leased land on Pine Ridge Reservation.
Yeah.
All the reservations. So it's hard for that freedom to maintain.
Right.
So there's the food stories, and there's also a story about America's wild horses, which I'm working on right now, photographing these two wonderful women that are from the Numu tribe in the Sierras.
Okay.
And they're protecting the wild horses of the Montgomery Pass, which are due to be rounded up violently with helicopters.
Really?
Yeah, this summer, as they do roundups every summer when there's still foals on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely awful, and they're fighting tooth and nail. So I'm interviewing them, but I've already interviewed the director of the International Society to Protect Wild Mustangs and Burros, and they've been protecting wild horses since the 1950s.
Whoa.
And they were the first organization to create legislation to protect wild horses. And they had an international following. Karen Sussman, who's the director, said they have the woman who started it, Wild Horse Annie, would get letters from all around the world, and it would just say Wild Horse Annie, USA.
Oh.
No address, no
And
state.
it found her. That's
in
amazing.
the 50s, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Less people, but so.
Less people. Just kind of so sweet.
Yeah.
People care about horses so much.
Well, they're beautiful creatures. I mean, right here.
Right here. Yeah.
Chez Serendip, we've got the horse sanctuary where, you know, they're medical horses, if you like.
They do their good work.
Yeah, exactly.
They're unicorns. They're absolutely incredible sentient beings, and I think they're an important reminder of what it is to be wild, what it is to be free, and we have to protect them and our own freedoms. I think they go hand in hand. Yeah.
Gosh, there's so many causes out there, isn't there? You know,
Yeah.
you really have to kind of structure yourself so keep on the
insane.
right path.
It's insane. I'm like, I mean, it's like, oh yay, democracy. We can use our voices, but we have to, like, are our voices really heard? How do we organize to make a change? And it's so difficult to educate yourself. It's a full-time job.
Oh, totally.
Just to try to be on top of
What's
making
going
sure
on?
What is going on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
what's going on?
I mean, good
Yeah.
heavens. I mean, you're telling me about things I didn't know even existed today.
Well, that's what I hope the magazine does.
Yes. And we can find it where?
You can find it at magdalenamag.com.
Okay. So it's all online at this point.
Yes. But there is something a-brewing.
Aha. Let's hear.
So, because the magazine takes so long to come out, it takes like 3 years.
Oh.
You know,
Whoa.
There's only 2 issues.
Yes.
It takes about 3 years.
Yes.
It's also like, it's a huge project for me. I mean, it cost me, the print alone is like 20 grand.
Wow, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's very expensive to do such a high quality art project. And that's why it's a $40 cover to pay for.
Yeah.
But it's this beautiful collection of
Oh,
stories.
well, it's a coffee table book,
It's
is
a
what it
coffee
is. It's
table
not a
book.
magazine.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
know.
not. I know, magazine's the wrong word.
Yeah.
So what I've been working on, actually, hopefully in collaboration with Will, who's here at Chez Serendip.
All right. Our curator.
Yeah,
Yes.
the curator here.
Yes.
Is creating a newspaper.
Ah.
Newspapers are more affordable to produce.
Right.
They can come out more frequently
Yes.
to keep these issues alive.
Yes.
And the other thing that we want to do, in the spirit of reciprocity, to really support these stories, is use them as a fundraising tool. To give back to the stories that we're focusing on.
Right.
So we want to sponsor the Numu tribe and the International Society to Protect Wild Mustangs and Burros with the first issue that's coming out about wild horses.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And
Yeah.
when's that going to be?
Well, I don't know yet because it's all in the works, but we've got a meeting with them today. I've got a shoot with them on Sunday.
Oh.
I'd like to get it out this summer
Yeah.
if it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Because I want to also use it as a fundraising tool for Magdalena Magazine. Because it just feels like a more lucrative, money builder. That the magazine basically just breaks even. But the newspaper is cheaper to produce. So
Yeah.
even at a $10 cost, it's a fundraising tool. So you're supporting wild horses. You're supporting the Numu tribe.
Yeah.
You're supporting Magdalena Magazine.
Yeah. Yeah.
In these stories. And I think a lot of the people who love the magazine will gladly give to that.
Right.
So that's the plan.
Good plan.
Thank you. You know, it's always like a creative venture. So we'll see how it goes, and stay tuned. You can always subscribe to our newsletter to keep up to date with our events. Also, we do great events.
Yes.
We just did a maypole ceremony at Asilomar Conference Grounds.
Maypole ceremony.
A maypole ceremony, trying to bring that tradition back.
We've been dancing around the maypole.
Yes.
Yes. May 1st in Britain is when little villages put up their maypole and dance around still today.
Yeah, it's an incredible thing. And
Yeah.
I learned so much from trying to produce it, from trying to resurrect this community. Really, it's a community gathering, very traditional, pagan, European, indigenous, tradition of gathering as a community to celebrate the season. And what I learned is that you cannot do it alone. So it really shows, it really mirrors the strength of the size of your pool is the size of your community, the size of your strength, your interwoven network.
Yeah.
And I think that, it's also filled with prayers. We dug a hole, we filled it with prayers. I got to invite some of the Rums and Ohlone tribal members to acknowledge them and share in ceremony on that day. And I'm just trying to weave in spiritual sovereignty, spiritual belonging, our place on this land, in reciprocity with the land and the communities that it belongs to.
Well, good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I hope that all is terrifically successful.
Thank you. That's what success is to me. Success is having the capacity to give back.
Right. Yes. That is the optimum. Designation, isn't it? Yeah. So, what would you say to somebody now who are going to embark upon the kind of path that you've taken? Activism, break it down, photography. What would be your advice to the young coming up who want to follow any of those paths?
I would say that self-care, self-love, and connection with your inner voice, your soul, your ancestors. Everyone's got secret sparks of joy inside. And it can be scary to try to take a step forward.
It's a leap. It's a leap sometimes into the abyss.
That's one thing, is it feels like a leap.
Yeah.
But what I can say is it's really just a step. It's just this step.
Right.
It's just this step.
Yeah.
And that step will take you to the other step where you'll meet somebody who could help you.
Right.
And I would also say, hold your prayers sacred. And don't trust everybody.
Mm-hmm.
People's actions.
Mm.
Trust people's actions, not their words.
Mm.
And and give as much as you can.
Mm.
Give to your community, serve your community, connect with your elders, connect with the children. And take care of your body temple. That's always what inspired me and gave me the strength to say, okay, I'm going to do it, is when I was resourced. So don't start on empty,
Yeah.
And be patient with yourself, because every creation has a cycle, and it's not like a magazine where it's like this capitalistic, like machine, chunk, 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 chunk. It can be with a different system of community, which is what I'm trying to build, is like interdependence.
Right.
But I would say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, which is an African proverb that I really love.
Yes, that's great.
And and nourish yourself and believe in yourself.
Don't lose faith.
Don't fuse faith.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Michelle, for
Thank
coming
you
today.
so much.
It's
Thank
just
you.
been very enlightening, I have
Thank
to say.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And very good luck for this Magdalena magazine, you call it. What, can we call it something else?
The newspaper?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, it could be the Mag.
Yeah. That's a good name.
I don't know. But maybe that was just swag for like the Mag bag. I don't know. I don't know yet. If anybody has any ideas, let me know.
Right, yeah. Can they
Yeah.
write to you? Can anybody approach you anywhere? Where can they write to you? Under the care of the website?
Instagram, through the website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very active on social media. I don't know.
And is it your name that's on social media?
Yes.
Your full name?
Well, actually, my personal Instagram is Mad Fox Magdalena, which comes from Maddox.
Okay.
MADD.
Mad Fox,
But
okay.
it's Fox, Mad Fox.
Yes, yeah.
Magdalena.
Okay.
And then Magdalena Mag. But I respond to both.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, just in case people are out there, and, under your
absolutely.
cause.
And the other thing that I want to say is that we need your help.
Mm-hmm.
We need your help. And that this is going to be a distribution model for fundraising.
Right.
And so what we're really looking for is, if you have a store that you think would like to sell these, that would take a wholesale order.
Ah, yes.
If you would like to buy a few for your ladies' reading group.
Right.
If you love wild horses and you want to host a reading or a gathering where we can send you a case and you can sell them.
Right.
Like, this is going to be boots on the ground. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
And that's how it is for every project. So
Right.
I need help, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and this can be Santa Cruz County, of course.
Santa Cruz,
Yeah.
but San Diego.
San Diego.
Santa Monica. Like, I have communities in Santa Monica, Ojai, Bolinas, San Francisco, East Bay, Humboldt, Oregon, Washington. Like,
Okay,
if
West
you
Coast.
West Coast. I mean, like, I even have connections in Europe. But we're just going to start here.
Right.
For the wild horses in America, and I know Germans would be interested. But I'd probably have to translate it and distribute them in Europe, which is for me just another. If you're listening to this from Europe and you want to call me, just call me.
Right. Yeah. If you can translate, fabulous.
Ja. Wollen Sie mich bitte gerne helfen? In Deutschland oder Europa, ich würde sehr dankbar sein. Bitte melde dich. Liebe Grüße, Magdalena.
Right, so they got that. I didn't. What did you just say?
I said, if you were in Germany or France and you would like to help me, I would be very grateful. Please feel free to reach out
All right.
to Magdalena.
Got that then.
Thank you. Thanks for making me use my German brain.
Well, I'm sure it's there.
It's out there.
Yeah, you need access.
There it goes. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Well,
for
thank
having
you,
me
and
making
really,
time.
really appreciate your arriving here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love to reflect on these conversations after we've had them. And today, after speaking with Michelle, what struck me most about Michelle's journey is how the Brooks Institute essentially duped her with false promises of six-figure careers, burdening her with heavy debt. Yet after the heartbreaking loss of her father to cancer, she transformed that grief into deeper purpose, becoming a passionate activist. for causes like healing our planet from pollution. Alongside social evolution, her story beautifully shows that even from pain and broken systems, we can restart with courage and create meaningful change. Thank you for listening. If you like these, let me know. Till next time. Thank you. Bye. Playing you out with Madame Rose Sylvie.
Acabei de alcançar o mar. Esse é o lugar pra se adequar. É bom seu ar só pra relaxar. Vou caminhar, depois nadar. Pegar o barco e mergulhar. Minhas feridas vão cicatrizar. Não tenho medo, basta sonhar. Tem arte em quase todo lugar.